Hi there, excuse the lighting. I realized when I was looking back at the footage that I filmed that I didn't make a intro, so here I am making an intro. The sun is setting, so that's why it looks kind of dark. I do have my ring light here. There, I turned it up a little bit more so you guys can see me a little bit better. But hi, welcome back to my channel. So for today, I'm gonna be showing you guys how I did this eyeshadow look right here. It is so pretty. It has a little pop of neon in there, and I use these two palettes right here, the Blend Bunny Blends and Surge palette. So if you guys want to see how I did this eye look right here, then keep on watching the rest of the video. Okay, so I already did one eye off camera. Now I'm just going to show you how to do it on this eye over here. I am going to be using two eyeshadow palettes for this look. The first one being this one right here. This is the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Blends palette. It looks like this. It is so pretty, all matte eyeshadow palette, and you get a range from deepening shades, pastels, neutrals. It is just the perfect palette to have. And as well from Blend Bunny Cosmetics, I'm using their new palette that came out. This one is called Surge. It is so pretty. You get pastels, mid-tone shades, you get some deep mattes over here, shimmers, and your neon shades. This palette is like a colorful, grungy palette. Super stunning. So I am going to be using both of these palettes for this look. If you guys don't have these two palettes, you guys could just use whatever colors you have in your collection. I'm going to start by priming my eyes with my NARS eyeshadow primer. This one is just the tinted smudge proof eyeshadow base. This one is in the shade Light. First, start off with the Blend Bunny Surge palette, and I'm going to start by taking this color over here, which is called Linger. It's like a really dark, deep teal color. So what I'm going to do with that color is I'm going to start adding it here to the outer corner. And it looks really dark, but don't worry, don't be scared. And this is going to look really messy at first, but that's just because I'm placing down all my colors, so it is going to look a little weird, but just trust the process. Then going into the blends palette, I'm going to start taking this shade right here, which is called Vamp. It's like a magenta color. And this is going to go above that dark color. And I'm only going to take it about like halfway on my eye. I want to leave this inner part kind of blank because that's where I'm going to add another color. In the blends palette, I'm going to take this shade right here, which is called Enigma. A deep orange, and that is gonna go right in here in this inner part of the eye, and just pack on that orange color right there. So then I'm gonna go back into Vamp from the blends palette, so go back into this color. Start adding a little bit more. Jumping back into the Surge palette, I'm gonna take this color right here, which is called Cheeks. It's just like a pastel pink, and then I'm just gonna start adding that right here around the edges in soft circular motions. Going into the blends palette, I'm going to take the white color right here, which is called Cream and Sugar. You could also use the white shade from the other palette, but They're pretty much the same exact white eyeshadow. And that is going to be my brow bone highlight. For this look, I'm going to be jumping back from the colors and just building them up to my liking. So then again with the blends palette, I'm going to take a bit of this color right here, which is called Chase. It's a hot pink. From the blends palette, I'm going to take this really bright yellow, which is called Wildflower. And that is going to go in this part right here where it's blank. Take that yellow and blend it into the orange. And you can kind of bring it in here too a little bit. I'm going to take this shade right here, which is called Barley, which is just the orange eyeshadow. This one's a little bit lighter than Enigma, and I'm going to use that to kind of blend the other orange with the yellow. I'm going to take this shade right here, Submerged, which is like a teal color. Use that right here to kind of blend between the darker teal and the magenta color. And then go back into the pink color. Once you're satisfied with how it is looking, then we're gonna add our lid color. Since I am gonna be using like the neon shade from this palette, I'm going to be using the shade Chemistry right here, which is like a neon green. I do want to put down a white base so that the color will pop more. So for that, I'm going to be using the P. Louise. This is the Fresh Ink Re-White base. I'm going to take a bit of the base. You really don't need a lot with this. It is very pigmented and a little bit goes a long way. And I don't really want like a cut crease, it's more like a very soft cut crease. Going into the blends palette, I'm going to take this shade over here, Submerged, which is that bright teal color. That is gonna start going right here, and I'm just patting that on and leave this part here in the inner corner blank. That's where we're gonna add the neon color. And then jumping back into the Surge palette, go back into that really deep teal called Linger. Start blending them together. Take that really pretty neon shade right here at the bottom, which is called Chemistry. That is gonna go here in the inner corner. Into the blends palette, I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade right here, 32, which is like a mid-tone teal color, and that is gonna kind of go here in between the neon and the other color. Okay, so I'm back. I was on a brief little call with my mom and I finished my blending, so now we can move on. The neon shade, you really have to like take your time to blend it into the like shade, the teal shade on the lid, but it is a neon shade, so obviously those are a little bit more like difficult to work with. This one isn't difficult, it's just that you have to just take your time just kind of blending in between to make sure it is nice and seamless. So now we're gonna do the fun part, which is the eyeliner. I did add some glitter because I felt like adding glitter. So I'm gonna take my black eyeliner. This one's just the ColourPop BFF liner. You could use whatever black eyeliner that you like. For the glitter, I'm going to be using this one right here. This one is the Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers Glitter Liner in the shade Magic Trick. It's the new one that came out this year for their like Halloween collection, and it's just like a iridescent glitter and has also black little specks of glitter in there. So yeah, any glitter liner will work. This one you do have to layer it quite a bit, but it's okay. And also the glitter is optional if you don't like using glitter, you don't have to. Now I'm just going to clean up here these outer edges of my eyeliner, and I'm going to put on some lashes. I'm probably going to do my face off camera just because it's the same routine as I always do. This is more about the eyes, and then once I finish my base, I will come back and I will show you guys the lower lash line, and then we'll be done with this look. So I'm back. I completed the rest of my face, put on lashes, did my lips, and I did this eye off camera, the lower lash line part. So I'm going to show you what I did on this eye over here. So first I took the Blend Bunny Surge palette and I went into this shade right here, which is called Linger, that like really deep teal color. And that, hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. This color is going to go right here on the very outer corner, bringing it kind of halfway. Took the shade right here, Vamp. I'm just pretty much using the same exact colors that I used on the top eyelid, just on the bottom. So again, taking this color, and that is going to go underneath. And I did bring this pretty like far down on my eye because I like bringing the colors pretty low. And I went into the shade Enigma in Barley. That is going to go right here in the very like inner corner of the eye. Back into the Surge palette and took the shade Cheeks. Start blending that underneath here where I have that like magenta pink color. And I'm going to take the shade Chase and I'm going to go underneath. Taking the shade Submerge, and I'm going to put that on the lower lash line to help blend the colors here a little. For my inner corner highlight, I just took a little bit of my NARS primer here, and I'm going to put that in my inner corner here. Has a little base so that the shimmer can stick right there. Back into the Surge palette and I took this shade right here, which is called Flash, and I'm just gonna quickly go off camera and apply some mascara on the lower lash line. Then I'll show you guys a close-up of this look. Okay, so here we have the completed look. Here is a quick little close-up so you guys can see what the look looks like. I love this look so much. I love colorful eyeshadows, so looks like these just make me really happy. So happy with how it turned out. Both of these palettes are wonderful, and together they are a match made in heaven. So happy that I used both of these palettes to create this look. If you guys have not checked out Blend Bunny Cosmetics, I highly recommend. If you love colorful eyeshadow, you guys won't be disappointed with their palettes. They're super easy to blend, very pigmented, and the possibilities are endless with all the colors that you get in the palettes. So highly recommend checking them out if you guys have not done so yet. But yeah, thank you again so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, bye!